to iSchoolPrep. My name is Arish. The writing test is the most challenging module of the IELTS test. In this video, I am going to share some tips that will help you score better in the IELTS Academic Writing Task 1. Now, in the Academic Writing Task 1, you need to write a report on a chart. You might get a bar graph, a pie graph, a table, a line graph, or a map. You might also get a combination of a pie chart and a table, or a bar graph and a line graph. Now let's look at the tips. Tip number 1. Understand how the test is marked. The test is assessed using 4 assessment criteria. The first one is task achievement, which means, were you able to follow the instructions? Were you able to write a clear and accurate answer? Were you able to represent important trends? The second is coherence, cohesion. And it is the ability to organize your writing, linking the sentences and paragraphs logically. The third one is vocabulary or lexical resource. Were you able to use a wide range of vocabulary and spell correctly? And the fourth is grammatical range and accuracy. It refers to using grammar accurately and using a variety of sentence structures. Tip number 2, don't start writing immediately. Take a few minutes before you begin to answer. On the test day, spend a minute understanding the question. Plan your structure before you start to write. You should be clear in your mind of what information you are going to include. Following these steps will help you write a better response to the task. Now let's look at how the structure should look like. The structure of your response should be introduction, overview, and main body paragraphs. Remember, a conclusion is not required in task 1. The next tip is vocabulary matters a lot. Now there's a belief among many students that using long and fancy words will fetch them more marks. It is a myth, not a fact. It's all about choosing relevant, appropriate, and accurate words. You should only use high-level vocabulary if you are proficient and are 100% sure of what you are writing. Try not to copy the exact words given in the question or the information provided, and avoid repeating the same words again and again. Okay, now let's talk about the next tip. Paraphrase. When writing the introduction, never copy the words from the question. Use your own words. The examiner is looking to see if you can paraphrase the question. Use synonyms. Remember, if you copy the exact words from the question or the information provided, the examiner will not mark you for those words. Now the next step is construct grammatically correct sentences. In the IELTS writing exam, you should write grammatically correct sentences. Your grammar should be varied. It's important to have a mix of both simple and complex sentences. Avoid grammatical errors. Also remember, it is important to use full stops and commas accurately. The next tip is good response. You are expected to analyze the data and present it. You should be able to write a good introduction, great body paragraphs, and an overview. Highlight only the essential information from the visuals, like minimums, maximums, comparisons, and trends. Remember, the paragraph should be well connected. The next tip is checking. Reviewing your work at the end is extremely essential. Once you have finished your task, just check for any small mistakes in grammar or spelling. Did you organize the ideas in the paragraph? Did you summarize the ideas well? Did you use a varied range of grammar? Are there any repetitions? So please review your work. And the final tip is practice, practice, practice. Practice writing responses for different types of graphs, tables, charts, processes, and maps. Compare your responses with the sample answers. Identify your mistakes and improve them. Do the practice test. The more, the better. I hope you liked the tips I shared with you in today's video. For more of such content, subscribe and hit the bell icon. This is Aris signing off. See you next time. Thank you.